Hello, I just wanted to take a few minutes to share how I've updated my workflow for local development. Previously, I was relying on GitHub Copilot a lot until the beginning of June when I noticed it was burning through tokens really quickly. I already had Ollama installed on my Mac Mini. This is free, you don't have to pay for it. You just download it and you know it's in there when you see this little llama guy up in the top. When I realized GitHub was eating through my money at a rapid rate, I did a little research, found that I could use Continue Open Source AI Code Agent extension with VS Code to supply me with other agents, potentially ones that I could use for free. That's the key here. So the first roadblock was using Gemini Flash, Gemini 2.5 Flash. So with an API key, you get a certain amount of free usage. It's not a lot. Depending on what you're doing, it might get you through maybe half a day. I don't really have a way to quantify or qualify or measure how much I did before I ran into that limit, because I was just kind of seeing what I could get away with. This is not a real API key. Don't try to use this. It's not going to work. Anyway, started out with Gemini 2.5 Flash. I would bounce back and forth between GitHub Copilot and Gemini 2.5. So if it was something simple that didn't really need a lot of context, I would use Gemini 2.5. It was something a little more advanced, like maybe I want to get history or something that's more GitHub related, or maybe something more complex, then I would use GitHub Copilot. And I don't have the best strategy for this. I'm still kind of learning as I go, but I did add Continue, set up the first model, did some more research, realized I have a model sitting on my computer already. So the only thing I needed to do to give that a little more power was connect or run DeepSeek R1 14B. And it's extremely simple to run this. And I've had this running for a while. There's no real lag. You can't even tell that it's running. You just run this, command. It spits all this out. It says success, and then you're off. This was just a test prompt that I added. It was a little lengthy. It went on for a while, I guess, just getting warmed up. And I have noticed trying to use it over here, it's a little more conversational, but I haven't really worked with it a lot. But I thought this was a good way to offset some of the cost that I was incurring using GitHub Copilot agent. And I do believe Copilot is kind of backpedaled a little bit on the price hike, because if we look at the auto setting, they make it very clear that they give you a 10% discount if you use this auto setting. And if you look at other models, you'll see they've added Kimi K2.7 low cost model. I only know about this because they literally posted about it on LinkedIn. Like, they know that they kind of put some people in a bind with that. I mean, it was a noticeable increase in token burn, and I'm no expert, but I can feel when I'm spending money. So you could start with the Gemini, whatever model, start with the API key on a free tier, and you have the same ability to create a budget, extend your budget. I think I added maybe $10 to this one, but I don't think I used all of it. I soon switched over to the local DeepSeek. This is completely free. You just run it on your already free Ollama and then start using it with Continue. That's it.